Hello, wahoo! It's day 2 of our Christmas in July card camp. So excited to have you here today. And you know, if you've had a hard time getting in the Christmas mood, this is the perfect way of doing it. Creating something for Christmas to spread some good Christmas cheer. So let's get started. The first card that we're going to work on today is our Cool Yule. I think he is such a cute little guy. And not too many secrets to him, but just so you know, I did use mounting tape on the scarf as well as the earmuffs and his nose and feet. He is, I've just used double-sided tape for his body and for the frames. So just so you know, we are using card cutout 612. Our distressed frames, now they're really nice. They come 6 to a sheet and so versatile. And then, of course, the background is our Bluebird watercolor dots. So these are the watercolor dots are so fun to work with. I think you'll really enjoy those. So that is the basics of our original card, but let's see what else we can do. So I've taken my little penguin. I've cut out all my pieces. So I have his body. I just ripped him a little bit right there. His little beak and his scarf. I've got his feet. And then we are going to be using, and these are just any scraps you have is a perfect way to do this. But I have used French blue mini dots and the French blue reverse polka dots. So whatever scraps you have, what we're doing is we're just going to rip a frame or rip a piece because I want to make some snow that he's tucked into. Now, if you have played with tearing paper at all, then you'll understand as I pull towards me, you can see how I'm leaving that white edge. And there is not an exact science to this. I like to have the one edge though, at least be straight. That's why I tore it on the straight. So there is my blue. And you may say, oh, that's a little too much white. And you can rip some of it off so you can shape it however you want. And then I just did the same with the blue. And there's not a perfect way. It's really quite fun to play with these ripped papers. So I have already ripped a couple of them. Let's see, oh, here we go. So, and I decided I am going to use, we will put those pieces I just ripped back, and I'm going to use, oh, excuse me here. Okay, I am going to use the splattered blackbird dots. It just feels like it's snowing, and I think that is such a cute twist. So once I have my papers ripped, I don't worry about making them the right size before, but then I can just position them on my paper, kind of get a feel for how I want them to be. So something like that I think works good. I could position that over a little bit. So I'm just watching how these little mounds of snow work with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and position my first dots in place. And I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. Remember, when you are using adhesives, they do more than just hold your project together, but they also can create added dimension. So even just being flat on the page is dimensions. So this one I have just mounted flat. Now this one I have mounting tape already applied to my card, and I'm just going to go ahead and position it how I want. Now I'll just simply take the card and I will trim off any of these extra edges, and I find it's easy if I almost work from the back. Then you can see the original card size. So I've got that side trimmed, and I have this side trimmed. So you can see that is just cute little snow piled up there. And then I'm going to take my little penguin. Now, of course, I could tuck him in like this, or I thought I would add a new twist. And I am going to act as though he has fallen in the snow and he is head first. So I'm going to go ahead and position that in place. And I am just going to use regular double-sided tape because I'm going to create more dimension with the rest of his pieces. So we're just going to tip him in this little snowdrift here. And then this time, rather than having the scarf like here, I am also going to turn it upside down so it is though it's falling as well as he is. And I've used mounting tape for that one because I want to add that a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to add his little mouth. Now, if I did it like this, it almost looks as though his head is looking up. But I'm going to go ahead and do it, but not right there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it our normal way. So we have his little nose stuck on there, and then his feet. Rather than positioning them like we usually would, I am going to turn them upside down like they're kicking in the snow. So look how cute he is. And then just for a little added twist, I am going to add his little earmuffs. And so I cut them out normal, but then I bent them so they are a little disheveled, as though they have fallen off of his head. And then I'm just going to tuck them in the snow next to him. So you could position them however you want. And then on our original card, I had just on the inside, wishing you a cool Yule. And that is a perfect sentiment to go on the inside of this card as well. So you can see, look how different they look, but yet the same penguin. I just love the versatility. Okay, I want to just show you quick one other card that I have made with penguin inspiration, and that is I've used card cutout 427. You can see I cut the bottom of it already off. Card 598 for the little sentiment, and then the minis. The minis are so much fun. You can do so many things with them. You can use cute little our 2x2 doodle tags and add them to those, or I've gone ahead and used our card little collection here. So I've just added each of the pieces, and again I will tell you I used flat tape for him, but I used mounting tape for his scarf, just giving me more dimension between those two pieces. I used mounting tape for the penguin, and I used mounting tape for the snowman as well as his nose. And then I used mounting tape on Santa, but on the little holly, and that came off of the mini sheet as well. I just used my double-sided tape because that gave it accentuated the different dimensions there. And then I just added one here under the Winter Friends. And then I have mounted it on our barnwood. Barnwood is such a cute paper. I just love it. Such a contrast with almost any project you work on it. So you can see how much fun you can have with the penguin. I can't wait to see what you create. Remember, go to our Facebook page and go to our summer camp, and then in there we want you to upload the cards that you're making, so a little show and tell for the rest of us. Okay, now our next card that I want to do is, let's see if I can find all my pieces here. It is this cute Ho 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 Santa. I think he is so fun, and I love that he is behind our window frame there, or our Polaroid picture frame really. And then we just have Santa back there, so when you open it you can just write your little quick Christmas message there. But look how cute it is closed. So I just wanted to give you a little tip on this card and how I created it, and then we will go through some variations. So let's see, I've got our Polaroid frame. I have our twigs reversed. Let's see. And then card cutout 5.98 is the ho ho ho, but I didn't grab one. But then we have our little Santa here. And the thing that is so fun about him is I have added a mustache to it. So you can cut out the mustache and add it to your Santa, just giving it even more dimension. So let me bring our original card back out, and you can see how I've done that, just adding that little puffy tape to the mustache. And then I also added it to our card cutout 603. I love this little sheet of holly. Just so many different things you can do with it. It's like the perfect finishing touch. So I thought I would just show you. I'm starting out with my, let's see, where did it go? My little half sheet. Oh, here it is, hiding behind the Santa. So I've started out with my half sheet of reverse twigs, and I have just folded it in half. And now, using mounting tape, now you want to remember, you at least want to do some along the very bottom. I kind of like to do it on all of the sides for this one because I want it to adhere really nicely. And on this card in particular, I want the frame and the card to feel as though they're one piece. So I have just simply then mounted that onto the paper, onto my half sheet. And now I open the card and I can actually take and cut using my X-Acto knife. Now, I'm not being perfect. Remember, that is the fun of card making. We don't have to do it perfectly. And I'm just coming down the other side here. Now, you can always go back and trim off a little more if you want to. So don't worry if it's not exactly right. And I'm just pressing hard enough that I'm actually cutting through both sheets of paper, my card cutout, as well as my little half sheet of reverse twigs. It looks like I missed a few places, but that is not. Sometimes when your lines meet, they don't quite go through all the way, but I just can simply use my X-Acto knife. And now you can see how perfectly that is cut out. So whatever you put behind, and I didn't have a chance to play more, but you could put so many things. You could put flowers, you could put balloons. You can just do so many things with this technique. So I can't wait to see what you do. Okay, that Santa is so cute. I have had so much fun with him. So I want to show you, because Christmas isn't Christmas without presents. And of course, if you have presents, if it's a little thought, if it's a gift card, whatever it is, you always can add it, a gift tag to it, and just make it even more special. So I have gone ahead and I have our do not open till December 25th, and it is a sheet of tags that looks like this. Has believe and the do not open, and both of those tags I think go perfectly with what we're going to do. So I am just going to position the Santa on the tag. Now remember, you don't have to be super fancy to make something cute. Just something simple as adding this little snowman to the tag. I'm going to add, using puffy tape, a little holly, because that's just, I think, such a nice little finishing touch. And then I took, now you could do any scrap of paper. You could do red paper, green paper, polka dot paper, pattern paper. I happen to use the Christmas stripes. And I just cut a piece that's probably about 4 inches. And by ½ an inch wide or so. I fold it in half and make sure they all kind of line up nicely. And then I check it out to see how it would be on my tag. And I can see it's maybe a little bit longer than I would like, but actually it's kind of cute being longer. But I'm just going to go ahead and trim off a little bit. And then you can see how cute that little addition. And that's the perfect thing to then thread your string through. Now, there's a couple of ways I could use not mounting tape. I could use like a double-sided tape to adhere this, or I can even just use my stapler. But what I've learned, even if I'm going to staple it, I go ahead and put a little piece of double-sided tape so it holds it in place. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I put it on both sides, so when I fold it and position it the way I want on my tag, they're going to be even, and it just folds in place like that. Then if you want, so it works good like that, or then if you want, you could take and put a little staple in it. And staples are just a cute little twist that you can add that adds a little more interest as well. So I think he is such a cute little Santa tag. Look how fun that is. And if you made a little set, wait till you see we have more tags coming using this little Santa. And I think they would just make such a cute little set. So now I have used the large Santa. The other one was the small Santa. You can see I cut this, the mustache out separately, and I used the mounting tape. And when I cut this one out, I just cut a round circle around it because that's easier. And you could leave it like that, or if you wanted to come back and just add a few little, so it's like a little fur ball up there. I just come in, not following the artwork necessarily, and just add a few little chips in my paper, so it just gives that little illusion that it's a little fuzzball on top of his hat. So you can see how quick you can just add a few of those, and look how cute that is. And then I wanted to use this little to from, because I thought that just makes a cute little tag, but I wanted to do it a little bit different. And these are tags from, oh, let's see. I had it out here. I think it's card cut out 429. Let me see if I can see. Oh, yes, here it is. Oh, 431. I knew it was close to 430. And they have some little additional tags, some long ones you can do such cute things with as well. I'm using the short one, but it had extra space down here that I really didn't want to have part of my, it was just too long. It covered up too much of his hat. So what I did is I took my X-Acto knife and I just cut zigzaggy around the fur of his hat. And then look how cute this is. I can tuck this little tag right in. Isn't that cute? Doesn't take as much room. Now you could do it this way or this way. I chose to go this way, and then I would just use double-sided tape to position that in place. But then you could just finish it off with one of those cute little hollies. I told you that little holly sheet has so many fun uses. I just love it. So another cute tag, poke a little hole up here, and you would have a little string to hang it on your package. I mean, even if it's just a candy bar, wouldn't that be cute wrapped around? Now, here is another example. And this time I used the little to from that's at the bottom. The last one I used it from the top. So using that, I just mounted it on, and I just used a little bit of puffy tape. And then with double-sided tape, I added the little holly, but I put it close to the top, and then I just punched a hole and added some little baker's twine, and such a cute little idea for us there. And then my last final little card, you know, you get a whole bunch of pieces laying around, and it's amazing what your mind comes up with. So I saw this sitting on my desk, and I'm like, we could do something cute with that. I first started with it turned horizontally, and I put my little Santa in. I wanted to add a few little holly sprigs, and this is card cut out. Oh, here it is. If I can get it. It is card cut out 606, and I've cut out some of the leaves as well as the berries, so I'll show you how that goes. And look how cute. Just having that little frame. Wouldn't that be cute? Wrap a candy bar in some cute paper, attach this to the front, and you would have the perfect little thought gift for someone. Or we have another option. And you could do the same thing with this other option, but I took the snowman and I took the Santa, added a holly leaf. I added some little berries. Now you can opt to use the berries or not, but I did it horizontally like this. And I think that is just so, so fun. And what a different twist. But then I'm like, how am I going to attach the string? Of course I could poke a hole, but what about just taking a little knotted loop and attaching that to it? And I thought that is just a good little finishing touch. I love the little knot. And if I were going to do the knot, I would use my little glue dots, because when you're doing something so little like this, of course you might have a different adhesive that you would use, but I just used my little glue dot, and of course now it's stuck to my fingers, and I'm just going to position it in the center. And what a cute little finishing touch that is. And I like how these two little ends come down. It just really seems to finish our card. So isn't that just as cute as can be? So easily we have a set of 4 different tags that bundle these up, give it to a friend or as a hostess gift for a dinner party you might be going to, or whatever you can imagine. I can't wait to see what you create using the Santa Claus. I just love him. I think he is so jolly. Thanks for joining us.